Brexiteer Syed Kamal argued the UK preparations for no deal have taken the EU by surprise. Academic and Research Director for the IEA, Syed Kamal explained the UK has been taking its no-deal Brexit preparations seriously in this round of talks. During an interview with Express.co.uk, Mr. Kamal said the UK has been sending a clear signal to the EU, Britain is ready for a no-deal scenario. He also highlighted the importance of preparing for a worst-case scenario and the government's strategy. Mr. Kamal said, "What has been very interesting at this stage is the fact the UK has prepared for the eventuality of no deal. They haven't just said we can go with no deal, they have actually done preparation in the civil service and at the government level. This was partly to send a signal to the EU the UK is ready for no deal, but also you have to prepare for the worst-case scenario." Mr. Kamal added that the UK has been preparing for multiple eventualities since voting for Brexit in 2016. He said, "You have seen various projects, Yellowhammer for example, where they are the worst-case scenario. Where people have got this wrong is where there is a worst-case scenario. That doesn't mean the government goes now that we know the worst case, let us make sure we deliver it. What they actually say is now that we know the worst-case scenario, how do we mitigate against it and avoid some of these bad things happening, or how do we adapt or as damaging as it could be? I think there has been a lot more preparation for no deal now than there has been in the past." Mr. Kamal also insisted the EU is cautious of how much Britain can benefit from Brexit. He claimed the UK's Brexit success is directly tied to the EU's fears for the future. Mr. Kamal said Brussels is scared what implications the UK making a success of Brexit will have on other member states. He said a key part of the EU's negotiating tactic has been to make leaving the EU as difficult as possible. He said, "When the UK voted to leave, I was in Brussels the morning after, and what was interesting was not just that a country had left, but they feared if the UK left and made a success of it, then other countries would be tempted to leave. They saw it as an existential crisis for the EU, and that is why they told me they are going to have to be tough with the UK." The EU said they were going to be pretty hardball to send a message that it is difficult for other countries to leave.